There are so many intense battles going on around the league right now. The Mets and the Astros are neck and neck in my power rankings. The Braves and the Cardinals are both 8-2 in their last 10. The Yankees are trending downward. So much going on inside the top 10, and we're going over it all right after this. What is up, YouTube? It is your boy NMR Sports here, coming back at you with another MLB video. Today, we're going over my updated power rankings as of August 22nd, 2022. Before we get into today's video, I wanted to give a special shout out to Manscaped for sponsoring this video. Manscaped is the best in men's below-the-waist grooming. Their products are precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. Manscaped's Performance Package, the ultimate men's hygiene bundle. Join over 6 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with this exclusive offer. Use promo code NMR at checkout to save 20% off your next order and get some free shipping. So what are you waiting for? Go check out Manscaped. They have some amazing products over there. They've sent me over some stuff, and I am a big fan of their products. So go check them out at the link in my description. Use promo code NMR. It helps a ton support the channel as well. And without further ado, let's get into the video and start talking about the 30th best team in all of baseball. All right, starting it off with one of the usual suspects at number 30, we got the Washington Nationals. Now, the Washington Nationals did have an okay week. They did have a good series against the Padres, but they dropped their last two. They're 4-6 in their last 10. They're just not a very good baseball team. That pitching staff is terrible. I say it every week. Just above them, we got the Detroit Tigers moving out of the basement up to the 29 spot. Just took 2 of 3 from my Angels, and they beat Shohei Ohtani. He might have been under the weather. He might have been sick, but you know what? What am I? Well, it's whatever. It happens. So the Detroit Tigers moving up to 29, starting to hit the ball a little bit, and that pitching staff still pretty decent. Just above them, the Pittsburgh Pirates keep trending downward. Really, there was a minute there where they were playing some pretty good baseball, but just as of lately, it hasn't been happening. O'Neal Cruz has not been looking too hot. Just above them, at number 27, the Colorado Rockies, another team that keeps trending downward for me. The Rockies are an okay ball club when it comes to offense, but 4-6 in their last 10. They just haven't been winning enough baseball games. I don't know. The Colorado Rockies, okay baseball team, but not as good as our number 26 team, the Oakland A's, the 2013 AL West champion. Oakland A's. The Oakland A's just won a series against the Seattle Mariners, and when the Mariners lose, I win. So I put the Oakland A's up at 26. They're just really good against the AL West. They swept the Astros earlier in the season. They've been giving the Mariners trouble. For some reason, my Angels have been beating up on them, but as a whole, the A's really seem to beat up on the good teams in the AL West, so I guess that's what it is. They don't beat up on the bad teams, they beat up on the good teams, as in the Astros and the Mariners. Okay, moving on to number 25, the Miami Marlins. The Marlins just can't seem to get it together, man. 2-8 in their last 10, 4-game losing streak right now. They're just not winning any baseball games. They have just completely imploded. Sold 2 pieces at the trade deadline, and Anthony Bass, and who was the other guy? I can't even remember. There were 2 guys that went over to the Blue Jays. But as a whole, they just haven't been winning baseball games. Even when Sandy Alcantara starts, they don't win baseball games. I know they just played the Dodgers, they played the Braves, they're playing these good teams, but, you know, if you want to be, even the bad teams, like I said, the A's swept the Astros early in the year. You got to win these games, or you got to win at least a couple of them. Marlins aren't winning anything right now. Just above them, another team that's not winning anything right now, that is the Kansas City Royals. I actually had the pleasure or the displeasure of watching them play baseball yesterday. 2-8 in their last 10, lost 2 in a row to the Rays to end off the week, and 17.5 games back of the wild card. Just not a very good team. I think they dropped like 5 or 6 spots. I was a little high on them because of all the young talent that they have over there. I do like guys like Nick Pratto and Bobby Witt Jr., but as a whole, 24th best team in all of baseball. 23rd, we got the Arizona Diamondbacks. The Diamondbacks have been okay as of late. 4-6 in their last 10, 11 games out of the wild card currently. They are on a 3-game losing streak. However, they had a very tough time playing the Cardinals. Albert Pujols was their father. Just not a fantastic week, so I kind of kept them, I think I kept them exactly where they were. I might have put them up 1 spot because of how bad the Marlins and the Royals were playing. Just above them, we've got the Los Angeles Angels, my very own Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. A bit of a rough week, but honestly, they went up 1 spot just because all the teams below them had worse weeks, so got the Angels at number 22 spot. They did drop 2 or 3 to the Tigers, which is really embarrassing, and I feel like they're going to get swept by the Rays, but who knows? We'll see. I'll be there in my Angels gear. Keep an eye out for that vlog posting soon. That'll be a good time. Should be posted tomorrow, so we'll have to see. Angels at 22, Cubs at 21. I've been pretty impressed with the Cubs as of lately. I'm not gonna lie. The Cubs have been winning baseball games, 7-3 in their last 10. I think I had them at the number 25 spot last week, so they did go up significantly, and they've been beaten up on the Milwaukee Brewers, the most overrated team in MLB history. Okay, moving on to the Texas Rangers, up a couple of spots from last week. They are 6-4 in their last 10. They are on a 2-game winning streak. They've been hitting pretty well and beating up on some bad teams, but overall, I think they just beat up on the Twins, actually. Just won 2 games against the Twins. I don't know if I consider the Twins that good, but I do have them higher in the power rankings, so they have been winning some good games. I do like this Texas Rangers team. I was actually talking with my buddy about this yesterday. I'm really surprised that they fired their GM. I understand why they would fire their manager because they haven't been playing well, but their GM, I feel like, has built a pretty good team that's going to be good in the future. They have a lot of good guys coming up in the farm system. I think their pitching is going to get a lot better. Just right now, they're not ready to compete, so I got them at the number 20 spot. Just above them, the Cincinnati Reds. It's very neck and neck. I've just been pretty high on the Cincinnati Reds because of how well they've been able to turn it around this season and how they've started to hit a little better, which is really nice for me. And they've honestly pitched better. I don't know. Luis Castillo leaving was a big... was a big deal for their starting pitching staff, but as a whole, I feel like they've been pretty good about winning games in the second half so far. So, got the Cincinnati Reds at 19. Honestly, all 3 of these teams here, the Red Sox, Reds, and Rangers, are pretty much on the same tier. Boston Red Sox, just, I don't know, man. What a weird season. I had them finishing 4th in this division coming into the season. They're currently 6 games out of the wild card, and they are 3.5 games back of the Baltimore Orioles, which is just absolutely mind-blowing to me. If you told me that at the beginning of the season, I would have called you insane. Boston Red Sox, just a little bit disappointing this year. Just above them, another disappointing squad, the San Francisco Giants. They have started to heat up a little bit as of late, 6-4 in their last 10. They've been playing very easy opponents. They've been playing like the Rockies, I feel like, every day. They had a couple goes against the Padres. That's a better team than them, I guess. But they're just not performing like I expected them to this year. I had them winning. I had them in the World Series, losing to the Tampa Bay Rays. So Rays are still in it at least, but the Giants, man, looks like their season is over. Also 6 games out of the wild card. Just above them, the most overrated team in baseball, like I said, the Milwaukee Brewers. I think their starting rotation is lights out. Outside of that, I don't have any good things to say about this team. I really don't. I like Rowdy Tellez. He seems like a fun guy. I like Willy Adames. I'm thinking through things in my mind right now, trying to say good things about this team, but I don't have any to say. I'm really mad at their front office for not going out and getting some big bats at the trade deadline, or just signing some big at-bats in the offseason. Imagine if Kyle Schwarber was on this team right now. If Kyle Schwarber was on this team right now, I think they would be solidly in the wild card, kind of where the Phillies are. I feel like Kyle Schwarber would have been a great addition to them this offseason. Still mad about that. But the Brewers just don't seem to want to go all in for a World Series. They like being this fringe playoff team, and that's what they are right now. They're a fringe playoff team. They might make it, they might not. I honestly have them on the outside looking in. All right, moving into the top 15, we've got the Minnesota Twins just on the fringe of being in the top half of the league right here. 1.5 games out of the division right now to the Cleveland Guardians, so they do still have a chance to make the postseason. Their bullpen has gotten a little bit better. I really like Joan Duran. That guy's been pretty damn good this season. They traded for, what's his name? Jorge something. I always get the Jorge's confused. I know it's not Jorge Lopez. No, it might be Jorge Lopez. Is it Jorge Lopez? It is Jorge Lopez. So they traded for Jorge Lopez. He's blown a couple. Well, I don't know if he's blown a couple. He did blow a save to my Angels. That's what I know of. So, yeah, I don't like the rotation. That's my big complaint with this team. Like, if this team does make the playoffs, they are not winning a playoff game, which would kind of be hilarious because of their postseason losing drought, or postseason win drought they're currently on right now. So, the Minnesota Twins, I don't know how I feel about them right now. They could make the playoffs, could not. Same thing with the Orioles. I'll be honest, a hot take here. I do think the Orioles are going to slide into the playoffs. I don't know which team's going to implode. I would hope. You know who I hope it is, but I think that the Orioles might slide into the playoffs. I'm not going to lie. Adley Rutschman's been absolutely killing it lately. Ryan Mountcastle's starting to heat up a little bit. Anthony Santander's been on fire. Jorge Mateo has been on fire. That is an understatement. Jorge Mateo has been ridiculous as of lately. And that bullpen is just lights out. Go look at the Orioles bullpen right now. I'll wait. I'll hang out here. I'll put an ad at this point of the video. Go look at the Orioles bullpen. I don't know any of these guys' names outside of Felix Bautista. They have some studs back there. They have some studs back there. If they had good starting pitching, they would be a lock for the postseason. And honestly, they still might make it if they can swing the bats pretty well. Just above them, the Toronto Blue Jays, one of those fringe wildcard teams that could fall apart at the stretch here. I don't think they will. I think the Blue Jays are kind of a lock for the postseason right now. They are a very streaky team, and they did take a couple from the Yankees, so maybe I should have them a little higher, honestly. I'll take a bullet on that one. I probably should have them higher. Borderline top 10. I still probably have them on the outside looking in, probably at number 11, but anywhere between here, 11 and 13, seems like a good fit for them. Just above them, we got the San Diego Padres. The Padres, I don't know. I'm waiting for them to be the elite team I thought they would be after they traded for Juan Soto. They just haven't done it yet. And just above them, the Chicago White Sox, starting to heat up a little bit. Don't be sleeping on the Chicago White Sox, all right? Don't be sleeping on the Chicago White Sox. We got 2.5 games out of the division right now, 6-4 in their last 10. I'm just saying, I think the White Sox could sneak in and win this division. I really, really do. I'm calling the White Sox win the division, Orioles sneak into the playoffs. Book it. All right, moving into the top 10, right on the borderline, we've got the Seattle Mariners. They did just lose a series to the Oakland A's, but they're sitting comfy, cozy in the wild card right now. I believe they have a 2.5 game lead over the wild card. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh shoot, it's a tie. Oh my goodness, man. The Rays, the Blue Jays, and the Mariners are all tied 2.5 games up on the wild card. That is crazy. So, yeah, either the Twins or the Orioles on the outside looking in, or the White Sox, I guess, would be the teams that are challenging them. So they're sitting comfy with the 2.5 game lead over the wild card currently. I do like their bullpen a lot, just like I talked about with the Orioles. A lot of guys you've never heard of, but they are very, very good. The rotation is solid with Luis Castillo, man. Trade of the trade deadline, Luis Castillo. Big addition for them, too. Julio Rodriguez needs to start heating up again. Jesse Winker needs to figure it out and start hitting. But Eugenio Suarez has been on fire, so I love what the Mariners are doing right now, even though I don't like the team that much. Just above them, the Philadelphia Phillies. Both of these two teams make me sad because when they make the postseason, my Angels will be tied for the longest postseason drought, so I am doing everything in my power to jinx these teams to not make the postseason, just so I can feel better as an Angels fan. It is extremely petty, I know, but I love to do it. So the Philadelphia Phillies at number 9, they have been, I don't know, they've had some hot streaks, but they've been really, really, really beaten up on the bad teams. They're beaten up on teams like the Pirates. They're beaten on teams like the Nationals. The Brewers are a bad team. I'm considering them. But they just haven't been able to beat the good teams. The Mets are kind of their father at the moment. Yeah, the Braves have been getting them trouble. But honestly, I'm going to show you this real quick just because I can. Let me put it over here so I can look at it. Since the All-Star break, the teams that they've won series against, the Cubs, the Pirates, the Nationals, the Marlins, the Reds, like, they're only beating up on these bad teams. That's my problem with the Phillies. Might they make the playoffs because they're playing these bad teams? Absolutely. But if they get into the postseason, they are an easy first-round exit for me. Just above the Phillies, we've got the Cleveland Guardians. The Cleveland Guardians not solidly, but in the AL Central lead currently. So if the season ended today, they would be a playoff team. And I honestly think they could do it. I really do like the young core they have over there. I love Emmanuel Clase out of the bullpen. He's been possibly the best reliever in all of baseball this year. Stephen Kwan's been starting to heat up again. Jose Ramirez is Jose Ramirez. We already know that. And they have some other good young guys. They did just option Nolan Jones, which I don't really understand. But as a whole, there's a lot of no-names over there that have been contributing and helping them win baseball games. They're a fun team to watch, and they're very interesting. They piss off a lot of people because they don't hit the ball hard. They don't hit a lot of home runs. But the Cleveland Guardians at number 8. Just above them, the Tampa Bay Rays. The Tampa Bay Rays, they just win games. Plain and simple, they win games. They have great defense. They have great pitching staff. Probably the most underrated pitching staff in all of baseball. I'm going to call them that. The most underrated pitching staff in all of baseball. Because they don't have any big names. They don't have a Max Scherzer. They don't have a Jacob deGrom. They don't have a, Spencer Strider, Kyle Wright, Max Fried rotation going on. Shane McClanahan I would consider a big name. But outside of that, Like, the casual baseball fan could not name you any other starters or relievers on this Tampa Bay Rays team, but they're still a very good team. So I got the Tampa Bay Rays up there. Hopefully Wander Franco comes back. I'll be honest, I don't know what his injury update's looking like at the moment, so would love to see him playing for them in the postseason. We all know what Randy Arozarena can do for them. They could be a scary team come October. Don't be sleeping on my Tampa Bay Rays. Rays up, baby. All right, so I might catch some heat from this, but I'm keeping the New York Yankees at the number 6 spot. I know they have been kind of cold as of late. They lost a series to the Blue Jays. They just have not been winning a lot of games lately. They've been on a cold stretch, but every team's going to go through cold stretches. I am not confident in any of the teams below them beating them in a series. I don't know if the Rays could beat them in a series. Honestly, the only team that's proven to me that they could absolutely, mollywop, for lack of a better word, would be the Mariners. I do think the Mariners could beat the Yankees in a series right now, but outside of that, every team I have below the Yankees, I don't think could beat them in a series, and until they, just prove to me that they can't win games at all, then maybe next week. I'll give them one more week at number 6 spot. They have a losing record next week. We're moving them down. That's the deal I'll make with you guys, because I know a lot of people don't like the Yankees. Number 5, we've got the St. Louis Cardinals, and I'm going to group the Braves in with this. These two teams are absolutely on fire right now. They are absolutely red hot. The Atlanta Braves, man, holy crap, this team is good. This team is ridiculous. They're young. They're all signed for a very long time. They're even in contract talks with Dansby Swanson right now. This Braves team is going to be legit. Vaughn Grissom came up, and he is fantastic. Michael Harris, it might be the Rookie of the Year. Spencer Strider's been fantastic in the rotation. They just have so many good young guys. And Austin Riley, if it wasn't for Paul Goldschmidt over here on the Cardinals, Austin Riley would be a very, very solid MVP candidate. But right now, the St. Louis Cardinals as well. Everybody's hitting right now. Albert Pujols has been a monster since the All-Star break. He's got an .832 OPS on the season. That dude's been tearing the cover off the ball. I really hope he at least passes A-Rod, and I'd love to see him get to 700, but I doubt it. So both of these teams right now, I wanted to move both of them up, but I got to keep them right here because of who we have in the top 3 and how well they've been playing, even though we haven't really been paying much attention to them. And I know this is a bit anticlimactic, but I got to keep the top 3 the same. It is so close right now. Same thing I said last week. You could flip and flop the Mets and the Astros right now. The only thing that's set in stone is the Dodgers at 1. So both of these teams 6-4 in their last 10. The Mets have been beaten up on the Phillies. They did lose to the Braves in a series, so maybe I should have had the Braves over the Mets, but the Mets do currently own the division title, and they have given the Braves trouble in previous series. So even though the Braves did win that series, the Mets have come back, and the Mets are playing the Yankees next, so I honestly think that they're going to sweep the Yankees. So I don't know. Honestly, I'd see the Mets moving up before I see the Braves moving up, even though both of those teams are elite and they deserve to be in the top 5 for sure. And then the Dodgers, what's there to say about the Dodgers? 7-3 in their last 10. Again, they just don't lose anymore. They just forgot how to lose games. They do not know how to lose games. They could try to lose a game and they just won't be able to figure it out. They have no idea what losing is. And then the Astros, of course, 6-4 in their last 10 as well. Just quietly winning baseball games left and right. It's just what they do. I hope Yordan Alvarez is okay. They did have some struggles in Atlanta, but hopefully when Yordan Alvarez is back, they're the best team in the American League, maybe the best team in baseball. But when Yordan Alvarez is out, it's such a huge blow. They need a healthy Yordan for the postseason if they want to be a contender. All right, so that was a very long episode of Power Rankings. I'm sorry it did go so long, but I appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to check out Manscaped at the link in my description and use promo code NMR. Get some grooming tools for your family jewels. I appreciate you guys watching here. Don't forget to leave a like on the video and subscribe for more daily MLB content. Appreciate you guys. I will see you all in the next one. Have a great rest of your day.